I'm Scott Pieper, the CEO of Mobilization Funding. Today, I would like to discuss why you're not making the profit you think you're making. Or do you think you're making the profit you're making, but it just doesn't feel like it? Either way, it's a big problem, and we'll get lots of questions on it, and I want to touch on a couple things for you guys today. So first and foremost, there's a couple reasons why it doesn't feel that way or it's just not happening. And the first is when you're putting your bid in, you got to use real numbers. So don't estimate what the construction costs are or the material. Actually call your vendor and find out. Second, be realistic with how much it's going to take from a labor perspective. Marry up your actual project schedule of how fast that it's required or you're contracted to make it happen in. Marry that up with your actual labor force that's needed. Don't cut the corners or worry about making sure the bid is low enough that you win the job. Make sure that you bid the job, that you can do it. If you focus on that one thing, matter of fact, let me restate that. If you don't take anything else from this video, bid your jobs so that you will make a profit on them as your primary focus. And don't worry about what the total is and if you think you'll win it. Because your business is your business, your costs are your costs, and you need to do profitable work. Don't worry about who you're competing with. Just if you end up having to bid more, you'll have to bid more, but bid them with that thought process first. That's the most important thing. Okay, third, retainage. Throw it out. It's not coming. It's not coming for a year. So if it's not coming for a year, it's not coming for a long time, don't count it in the project, okay? The best way to look at your retainage in terms of how you're going to run a profitable business is count it like it's going to come next year. It'll be cash that just shows up in your business that you'll have in your bank account, but you cannot count it as part of your profit on the job when you're actually bidding it. Because what happens is if you cut that profit back below the retainage amount, or if some problem happens on the job and it requires you to put more cost into it, you could quickly become negative cash flow. What I mean by that is retainage of 10%, for example, and you have a profit of 8, means that you're going to have to put in 2% of that job in order for you to even do it. And nobody wants to do that. Fourth thing, include some overhead allocation in there. If you have salaries of admin staff, estimators, people that aren't linked to each job, you got to take the total of those numbers, overhead, and actually allocate them to the job. There's a whole separate video on how to figure out overhead allocation that you can see in our Same Here YouTube channel series on our page. Find that video and we talk to you exactly how to add overhead, calculate it, and add it to each job. That's critical. The other thing is you need to make sure your project cash flow marries up with the project schedule. What do I mean by that? The general contractor or you have a specific way the owner wants you guys to finish the job. So they've laid it out that way. So you need to bid your job knowing that. So if they want you to do a job in 6 weeks, but you have the labor to do it in 8, you're going to run into a problem. So those are the simple things. Keep that in mind. Lastly, we have a great project cash flow tool. So I love giving videos and giving these advice, and that's great. But if we don't give you anything to help you, it's just a bunch of words. So we actually built a cash flow tool, a full spreadsheet. It's the one we use. It's super simple. We use it to analyze our own loans. We use it for our own clients. We built an instruction guide with it. And in the description of this video, you can click on that link and you can download both for free. Totally free, 100%, same exact sheet we use. And it'll give you exactly what you need, laid out, how to think through it, and how to basically do and think through everything I just laid out on here. So I hope this helps. You guys have a great rest of the day. I look forward to talking to you guys again soon.